Wie groß ist die?
Ja, das ist ungefähr 11,5 Quadratmeter groß. Oben drinnen.
This is Joseph Fritzl, and he was convicted of one of the most disgusting crimes I've ever covered: the imprisonment and sexual abuse of his own daughter. But his story gives true crime fans an insight on what total control actually looks like. Joseph Fritzl didn't rely on chaos or constant violence. He relied on structure and rules. Because see, for over 2 decades, he imprisoned his own daughter in a hidden basement underneath his home, where he subjugated her to repeated abuse and total isolation, and had multiple children while in captivity. See, some were kept below the ground, others were brought upstairs and presented as foundling, reinforcing his control over the narrative. This wasn't an impulsive decision. It is what psychologists call systemic domination. See, Fritzl engineered an environment where escape felt almost impossible. See, not just physically, but also psychologically. See, he controlled things like food, movement, information, and the most damning thing, reality itself. That's coercive control at its most extreme. See, victims trapped in long-term captivity often learn something called learned helplessness, a state where the brain stops believing that escape is possible, even when opportunities exist. That's when fear becomes predictable, and and compliance becomes survival. He also uses something called terror conditioning. Threats of violence weren't constant, they were implied. See, that uncertainty kept obedience high. And see, while this was going on, isolation was doing a lot of the work underneath. And see, when someone is cut off from the outside world long enough, the abuser becomes the only reference point to what is normal, and what's safe, and even what's real. So what patterns emerge in cases like these? One thing is extreme secrecy inside the home. Another thing is rigid control of movements and communication, stories that conveniently explain the disappearances, and a dominant authority figure whose stories and motives go unquestioned. Joseph Fritzl's case represents one of the most severe cases of abuse psychology, where control replaces identity and fear replaces choice. Because abuse doesn't always escalate loudly, sometimes it tightens quietly till there's nothing less to resist it with. And if you enjoy all these breakdowns of dark psychology, go ahead and hit that follow button for more.